So I know you've had a chance to read through the problem. So let's see if we can figure out how much more Lola pays using option 2 than option 1. So let's start with what you already know. What do we know? We know that for option 1, we're going to make one payment of 5,200. That's Lola, rather. She do that. And in option 2, it's kind of a breakdown. It's 2/5 of 5,200 and 24 monthly payments of $175. So how are we going to figure out how much more Lola pays? We could do that by subtracting option 1 from option 2. So that's our plan. We already know that option 1 is 5,200. So now we need to figure out how much money is option 2. It's broken into two parts. 2/5 of 5,200 and 24 payments of $175. So whenever we see the off, we know that we're going to be multiplying. Now let's see. First, let's try our first part, 2/5 of 5,200. We can put the 5,200 over 1 because it's a whole number. In multiplying fractions, we look for any common factors. Well, since this number ends in 0, that means 5 can go into it. So let me see if I can figure that out. Now 5 into 5 is 1. And over here, 5 into 5 would be 1. 5 can't go into 2, but it can go into 20. So I put a 0 there, and it goes into 24 times. And 5 into 0 is 0. So now, since there are no more common factors, I can go ahead and multiply. 2 times 1,040 would be 2,080. 2 times 1,000 is 2,000, 2 times 40 is 80. And this would be over 1. Since it's over 1, I don't have to show that. I can just write 2,080. Now let's move on to our next part, 24 times $175. See, this type of question would come on the paper 1, so I'm not going to use a calculator, but we're going to see if we can figure it out with some mental math. Do you remember when I was telling you about doubling and halving? Well, this is what we can do here. Because since this number ends in 5, if we double it, it's going to end with a 0, and that will make it easier to multiply. So I'm going to double my 175, which means I'm going to half my 24. Now 175 times 2, 175 doubled, is going to be 350. Because 2 times 5 is 10, if I carry the 1, 2 times 7 is 14 plus 1, that's 15. Carry the 1 again, 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1, that's 3. And 24 times a half is going to be 12. So now it's much easier to multiply 350 by 12 because we can break it up. 350 times 10 is going to be 3,500. And 350 times 2 is going to be 700. And when we add those, 3,500 plus 700 is going to be 4,200. So option 2 is equal to 2,080 plus 4,200. Let me put a little line to show that these parts are separate here. Now, what is 2,080 plus 4,200? Well, 80 plus 200 is 280, and 2,000 plus 4,000 is 6,000. So our answer would be 6,280 for option 2. We're not finished yet because now we need to subtract option 1 from option 2 to know how much more Lola pays. So that would be 6,280 minus 5,200. And when we work that out, 0 minus 0 is 0, 8 minus 0 is 8, 2 minus 2 is 0, and 6 minus 5 is 1. Therefore, Lola pays $1,080 more using option 2 than using option 1.